This place was particular, we use unique, and this place, well, this city, the neighbor where it's the Marseille of Marseille, Quartier Nord, the difficult neighborhood. I was really fascinated about the space, the quantity of materials and objects I found there. We found ourselves really comfortable there, even if it's not the most comfortable places in Europe probably, but I think it's very unique and there is not many places like this in Europe. Probably this place will disappear really soon as well. So it was like the idea, it was to create a kind of link between the center of the cities and this kind of peripheries that are very separated and kind of discriminated as well. It was not necessarily a social project. It was just our intention was to create an experience. So all Matière Noire, it's one piece. It's one piece developed by many different artists and create this feeling of discovering that is very interesting in this kind of markets. Personally, I think I am not the only one as well, but this markets brings you the feeling that you can discover something that no one see before and something special. So it was interesting to push this feeling of discovering, of research. More you research, more you find. Then we were working a lot about the concept we wanted to talk, because there was not sense to make just something spectacular if there was not a message. The message it's not like we think this, we want to say this, you have to receive this. It was more like we want to open some questions through all this installation and all this experience. We choose the title Matière Noire because not because we are cosmologists and we know things about it. It was just a metaphor, an excuse to talk about all the invisible sides of life that make our life how it is. So Matière Noire, it's supposed to be the 95% with the dark energy and dark matter. They compose the 95% of the reality we know. That means that we don't know almost nothing. So it was more like talking about, we sometimes think that everything is very clear for us, but it's not. We just have a small perception with a small filter, personal filter of reality. So we wanted to talk about it and broken this kind of very close way of look at things. We live in a world of projections, like we're living from projections we create because from outside, especially today, we see many images in advertisement, in internet. So we live more in the projection of the things than in the real things, and our same life, our lives are somehow a projection of what it was projected to us. That's why we were working about themes like the myth of the cavern from Platon. Street art is just it's a movement, or I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's something that mostly the media created, and it's something very interesting sometimes, especially at the beginning, I think. And I was part of it because I really like to share, and it was the best way to share with the public in a direct and spontaneously way. But I'm just someone who really love many kinds of art, And of course, the old masters of figurative art were very important for me as when I was developing my art, because yeah, it's like I always say that you have to look to the past to talk to the future. So realize that the past is probably 95% or even more than the reality we know, and this Matière noire could be the past, and without this past we will never be what we are, or we will never be in a place where we are. So in Matière noire we had the opportunity to talk through all these ancient or antique objects to express this this importance of the memory that make us what we are, and I think that's something really inside of all of us, even as a kid, and how you understand, you read these objects, and how the times go, and it's important to understand that there is a big past that make a reality how it is.